Thank you, Jim. Now we will hear from Verndell Robinson. She is candidate for Potomac District Supervisor. Verndell is an accomplished woman. She is a wife, mother of 4, disabled vet, real estate broker, an award-winning realtor, and a strong follower of Christ. Mrs. Robinson has a BA, her law degree, LLM, and is currently a PhD candidate in maritime law. Her education has been applied in her career serving in the government. She's worked from the county level all the way up to the White House. Verndell attended Milton Hershey School and was nurtured on a dairy farm. She has a love and respect for nature and land. She's here today to discuss the impact of what a data center and housing could impact our forests, parks, and Quantico Creek. Her education and experience gives her authority to speak in this arena. This particular issue is very important to her because she is running to serve as the next Potomac District Supervisor, and this project here is in the Potomac District. Here you go, Vern.
Good afternoon, everybody. Today we are here to discuss the Potomac Technology Park and amendment applications. This rezoning of land next to our national forest for housing and a data center at the mouth of the pristine Quantico Creek is appalling. Data center applications must be decided on a case-by-case basis. It is irresponsible to do so at the cost of our ecosystem, our environment, and our drinking water. Data centers are part of the future, and so is development. I am not against either. However, I am against irresponsible land development and data centers being placed near our neighborhoods, water, schools, and national parks. This application for rezoning should not be approved, not in just my opinion, but in the opinion of the U.S. Department of Interior National Park Service. The National Park Service is opposed to the Potomac Technology Park, and they have listed many compelling arguments in opposition to those rezoning applications. Here's an excerpt from what they have stated. We are concerned, however, about what this plan may signify in terms of land use and land disturbance within the rural area and the park's congressionally authorized boundary. Prince William Forest Park protects 14,000 acres of forest landscape and more than half of the Quantico Creek watershed, and provides recreational enjoyment of those natural resources to the public. That recreational use generates about $25 million per year in local economic output. Increased levels of development within the rural area have the potential to jeopardize the National Park Service's ability to fulfill its mission at Prince William Forest Park. Our concerns include stormwater management, the introduction of invasive species into the park's protected forest, and further complications from that impact, such as habitat loss. The board is always talking about expanding the commercial tax base to bring in more revenue to lower our property taxes. My questions are, is it responsible for taking out $25 million per year of existing local output? If so, at what cost? Is it at the cost of ruining our ecosystem and our environment? What price are we willing to pay for the long-term permanent effects of this decision? Let's think about what would have happened to all of us this summer with the Canadian wildfires and the air quality if we had already removed 50 plus acres of our forest for this data center. We suffered, and we had the 50 plus acres of trees to help clean the atmosphere. Where would we have been without them? The rezoning of this land would be irresponsible land development. The approval of this rezoning application of this land lacks foresight once again, and ignoring that secondary and tertiary effects await us down the road. We need someone in office who cares, has foresight, and acts against these types of poor decisions instead of letting campaign donors make the decision for them. Foresight and action equals advancement. While development is action, all action is not progress. We need progress. We need responsible land development that acts on what experts are telling us. If these applications are approved, it will be a continuation of bad decisions by the Board of County Supervisors that led to the contamination of the groundwater in Possum Point and the pollutants in state waters from the developers in Potomac shores. Thank you.
Thank you very